are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
and Rick Camp.
Out the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Mazda of Orland Park, Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, and Nick and Ivy Brewing. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski. And Jay, it hasn't been that long since we did a pod, but so much has happened that whether it's just March Fatness, the fact we're into the Elite Eight, ATE, of course.
Seriously.
Like, it's gone quick. We've both been on trips. There's been weather that was warm enough for us to wear shorts. I know I wore shorts a couple times.
Hot days I was working, so I did not wear shorts, but
Yeah, it's true. Where
it's
you
time.
work kind of doesn't lend to that.
yeah. In our office, it's usually really hot in the summer and really cold in the winter, or vice versa. Whatever it is, whatever you don't want it to be is usually what it is there. So, look, spring is here. I actually was very pleased with yesterday, where it was like 60 degrees during the day and then 40 at night. So I could be warm during the day and then go home and sleep. Because that hot day, immediately I was like, too hot, can't sleep, cooling blanket, I'm good. So anyway, we're glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Do us a favor, if you're watching us live on YouTube, hit that like button for us. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page as well. If you're checking us out on your favorite podcast app, as most of you do, follow or subscribe there and take a few minutes as a March Fatness blessing.
Yes.
A 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify goes a long way. Check out our merch, imfatmerch.com, and we're on all the social medias at imfatpod, and our YouTube is youtube.com/imfatpodcast. Got to get that cast on there.
Yes.
For YouTube for whatever reason, but the reason we're here, the reason you're all here, it's March Fatness. It is the Elite Eight. Cover your ears. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah. All right.
Dogs all over the country are howling.
I know. I have a printed bracket with all the winners to be able to analyze this and see where the people have led us. And I will say, wow.
That was quick.
Yeah. Well,
Go on.
yeah. And I will say, I said this before we started recording. For my expectations, this has been the least predictable bracket, I think, to date. That's not a bad thing. It's just, I thought it was probably going to go one way, and I think there's been a true delineation to me that one side, like the Flabby 4 matchup could be the true championship battle. When you're looking at this bracket.
It certainly could be. I mean, there have been a lot of things that I check at the end of the day and go, oh, really?
Yes.
And we'll get to them.
Yeah.
And we'll react in real time. But some I am very surprised that the Fats got it out so quick, so to speak.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll start by just saying because Elite 8 ATE voting is going on right now if you're watching live on the YouTubes. And if you're listening on, today is Wednesday. If you're listening on Thursday morning, you still have time to vote. So go on to Twitter at I'mFatPod, find the voting, and make sure your voice is heard. Our Elite 8 matchups. The 1 seed Smoked Meats is taking on the 6 seed Garlic Bread in the Foods region.
Yeah.
I thought Garlic Bread would do well. I didn't necessarily think it was going to get this far. I'm not against it though. When has Garlic Bread ever been a bad decision?
It's not. I will tell you a story about garlic bread later in the show. Because it very much improved my lunch. I am not surprised to see it go this far. And when I was looking at my early on sleepers, now it's a 6 seed. Not too bad of a seed, right?
Sure.
That can make a run.
Yeah.
That was one that I pegged as that one could reach the Flabby 4 for sure. And it just might.
Absolutely. The Chaos region, I feel like, has been the accessories region.
Yeah.
Which has the 7 seed Elastic taking on the 9 seed The Fridge. the appliance.
Yes, the appliance.
Now, if you go to the other side of the bracket, this is where I think the literal heavy hitters are.
By definition.
Yes. In the Fat Icons region, the 2 seed Chris Farley against the 4 seed John Candy. Like, oh, man.
I hovered over that button so long.
Yeah.
So long I hovered over that button. Mm-hmm. It was a tough one. That was a tough one for me.
I think, and I was talking with Sam about the bracket, and she had this idea, and I think it makes a lot of sense with how the voting is so far. And I'm not trying to influence the vote. It's just an analysis of how it's gone so far. I think there's been a little more support for Candy, maybe due to the doc being more recent and being more front of mind.
That was certainly a part of mine. And look, correct me if I'm wrong. This is his first time on the bracket.
I feel like he's probably been in there before.
I don't know if he has. I'm not sure. Someone will know. If our unpaid producer Russ is watching, he'll know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. Because that's, as soon as I was watching, I'm like, oh my God, I got to throw this in March Fatness.
Yeah.
Of course I do. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, that's who I voted for.
Okay.
And it was hard for me to do that because I don't think there's been anyone who's ever made me laugh harder than Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Like on a consistent basis. But when you look at the impact John Candy had on me growing up and just kind of everything, like it was hard to deny.
Yeah. And then in the smorgasbord region, this is the one that's been chalk. We saw this matchup coming a mile away, and we're not going to be disappointed. The 1 seed being on the bottom against the 2 seed, Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's funny that Thanksgiving is not making a run like this in the past either.
Right.
But I'm pleased with this Elite 8. It's solid. All of them deserve a spot.
Yeah.
Just kind of going through all the Elite 8, I think the one that surprises me the most that it's in there is Elastic.
Agreed, because it's not like it's new. Like,
right.
Either Elastic or, like, versions of have been in this before, but maybe it was like Gonzaga needed to, like, really build up the program, get that elite talent, and now is ready to make that run.
Yeah, and the Fridge brought a longer run than I thought, too. And this to me is the surprising bracket.
It really is. Like, I thought Beards was going to run away with this one.
I thought it was going to be Beards and Tums and not necessarily close.
Yup. And, boy, Beards goes out the second round. That's surprising.
It's wild.
Yeah. Like, this has been a very surprising bracket. I mean, the 2 seed goes out in round 1. The 1 seed goes out in round 2. Like, there's always like the, in like, international soccer, there's always the group of death and there's like the group of chaos, and like this is the chaos group.
Yes, definitely. All right, so we've got our Elite 8 set. Rick, I'm going to ask you to predict how it goes. And again, as Rick said, voting is live right now.
Yes.
And one of these brackets is legitimately 50-50 right now. 50-50. Split down the middle.
Okay. So how I would... Now, are we saying... I'll say what I voted, and then I will say what I think.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
And the best part is I looked at the percentages like a half hour ago, and I don't remember them anymore outside of the one being 50-50.
I've got it right in front of me so I can help you out with it in real-time stats. And by the way, if you want to vote, Twitter at I'mFatPod.
Yes.
That's where to find it. You can vote right now.
I voted garlic bread over smoked meats.
Same.
I kind of think smoked meats is going to win.
Well, smoked meats is winning right now. 58.5% of the vote to smoked meats. So there, it's going on a run.
Okay. I voted Fridge, and I think Fridge will win.
I did the same. I believe the same, and the Fridge is running away with it. 73% of the vote.
Okay. God, Fat Icons is the toughest. I think I vote Farley. I think that's going to be real close, but I think Candy might win.
Yeah, Candy's running away with it, honestly. 56.5% of the vote to John Candy. Look, there's still time. There's 15 hours left to vote as of 8:42 p.m. Central on Wednesday night. So this is not decided by any means, but and a few votes can sway this thing. You know, we get a few hundred votes every bracket. So if you got one you really feel passionate about, use your various Twitter accounts and
there are not a lot of precincts that have reported as of yet when it comes to these this week or in this round. Like, I want to say we're at maybe a fifth of the votes we had for the earlier rounds right now, give or take.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of time. Make sure you go vote and get other people to vote as well. And in the smorgasbord region, this is the one that's 50-50 right now. I think being on the bottom will get back to the Flabby 4.
It is still 50%. Still 50-50.
And I would vote for that I voted for that as well, because there are very few things that can, that can be the trump card to Thanksgiving. I think that might be one of them. And, I think that's what will, and that's what I voted for.
Well, for me, it's easy. I mean, Thanksgiving is once a year.
Yeah. Being
on the bottom?
Twice a year.
2-3 times a year. So, I'm going to go with the thing that comes more often, and I'm going to vote with being on the bottom.
Phrasing.
Exactly. It happens 200% more.
Right.
So that's for my vote, and that's for my heart.
Right. And then I think I would go fridge over garlic bread, bottom over, in my bracket, bottom over Farley, and then bottom over fridge. That's how I would vote it.
I feel similar. Yeah, I think the only thing I would change is I'd probably put elastic over fridge.
Okay.
But that's it. Otherwise, yeah.
And then we get the thing we've been looking forward to the most.
The illustration.
Courtesy
of our buddy Mark Allen Fishman of Unshaven Comics, who makes all of our designs, including our March Fatness design and our Unring of Honor design.
I guarantee if it wins, I'll be getting one anyway, but especially if being on the bottom wins, I might get that shirt in multiple colors.
Yeah, you can get a tie-dye one if you want.
Right.
They're all available at imfatmerch.com. But don't buy your Running Ring of Honor one now. Wait until March Fatness 2026 is decided this week.
Right.
And then get the updated version as soon as it's put out. Unless you want a collector's item.
Sure.
Go get the collector's item. That's fine. But you're going to want the updated design as soon as it becomes available. Mm-hmm. And as soon as we have a winner, it'll be up there on imfatmerch.com. Make sure you're following us on Twitter at imfatpod. To see when that's out. And, of course, that's where the voting happens. So 2 reasons to follow us. If you hate Twitter otherwise, I get you. Mm-hmm. But it's a good place to vote. It's the easiest way for us to do it. So get those votes in. Still plenty of time to do so.
What was the one thing that you are maybe most disappointed didn't make a run?
Tums.
Okay.
Tums. Rick, when I say every day.
Yeah.
I'm having at least a tum every day. I'm just like, ooh, something's not right.
Yeah.
Knock down a couple extra takes. I told you about my car medicine cabinet, which will be an entry next year, I'm sure.
Nice.
Just a big, like the biggest tums you can buy. Mm-hmm. The extra strength. Take down 3 of those, and all your problems are solved.
See, I think a lot of people would think that mine would be the goddamn caramel apple empanada, but it's not. At first, it was dipshit Derek.
Yeah.
Because he's so funny as a character, and he really leans into being a fat guy. I just love it. And his catchphrase has the word fat in it. But then once Santa started winning, and I started thinking about Santa sitting on the others, getting the window seat next to Andy Reid. That would have been pretty funny too. So I was really pulling for Santa.
That's pretty good. I'm trying to think though, the being on the bottom illustration. Does that like Travis Kelce straddle him?
There's songs about such things.
I believe there are. Redwood is not about what you think. It's about Andy Reid.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I have an idea. I don't know. This would kind of ruin the integrity of empty middle seat on a plane a little bit. But if you had Andy laying down with the pizza box on his stomach and if you keep the burrito in there on top of the pizza, that probably could get the job done, so to speak. But I don't know. I'm also not going to project that out. I want the excuse me, artistic vision of Mark Allen Fishman to take over in this too.
Yeah, we don't want to sway anything, man. It's your world, but hey, we don't know if that's going to win. I can see Mark Fishman right now at home just pounding away to not have that win, just hitting Thanksgiving over and over and over again. So all he has to do is add a turkey. Very easy. But yeah, it's the visions dancing in my head are delightful.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. All right, voting is live right now. Elite 8 is going on for the next, 15 hours, 14 hours
Something
and
like
change. And then we'll have what day are we doing the Flabby for?
Friday.
Friday. Perfect. Okay, so be ready. I'm FatPod on Twitter. Get those votes in. Vote early, vote often. If you're in line, stay in line. All right, we're going to hit our first break. We're going to come back with our food adventures from the week. I went to Indianapolis. Rick was out in Virginia, right?
Yep.
So lots of good stuff to talk about. Hit the like button. We want to tell you about our friends at Mazda of Orland Park, 8910 West 159th Street. If you're there between the hours of 10:30 and 11:30 tomorrow, you'll see me because I'm getting my oil changed because I drove to Indianapolis and back.
What about your car? Is your car getting its oil changed too?
Well, yes, the car also will get its oil changed. But hey, what I tell you all the time, Mazdas are great cars. You don't need me to tell you that. But when you're trying to buy a new car or a used car or whatever, you have to get a place you trust. And dealers have bad reputations as shady and trying to rip you off and all this stuff. Not the case at Mazda Orland Park. They actually go out of their way to make things more affordable for you, to get it done, to take care of you without forcing anything on you, not selling you anything you don't need, not be like, oh, you need a new air filter. That'll be $300 in labor. What? You're popping the thing off and put it? No, right? Easy peasy. You're in and out the door in an hour. You make your appointment on your phone, and then they send you, hey, here's the things we recommend. Check what you want to do. Check what you want to wait until next time. Done. No questions asked. You're in, you're out. It's great. And you get a wonderful car on top of it. So go to MazdaofOrlandPark.com. Again, 8910 West 159th Street in Orland Park, Illinois. All right, I mentioned garlic bread. I'm going to start here because it's fresh on my mind. Today, I was looking for a lunch situation, and I found one. I went to Pompeii in Little Italy, right there on Taylor Street and Ashland. And I got to tell you, I was kind of didn't really know what I wanted, right? It's one of those days where I was like, I don't know. I drove around like the medical district, like right there. I don't know if you've ever been around there, Rick, like on Ogden. Yep. And now the parking is like such a disaster because they opened apartments right there. Mm-hmm. So old standby, I'm going to Pompeii. And I have never tried the Italian beef at Pompeii. I usually go for a pasta or I'll get their, what do they call them? They're not cannolis, but they're like the turnovers of the baked, like they're like baked strudels, the strudels. Yes. I'll usually get one of those or just a slice of pizza. Mm-hmm. Like you just walk in, it's like cafeteria style. But then I saw they had Italian beef on the menu, and that an option was garlic bread. Mm-hmm. And I got it, and buddy, the picture doesn't do it much justice because I ate half of it before I realized, oh, wait, I'm Fat Podcast tonight, need to take a picture. Mm-hmm. So went with the mozzarella, got it dipped on the garlic bread. This was absolutely great, absolutely wonderful. Juicy. They gave me a side of the gravy too to dip it in. Nice. But just perfectly seasoned beef, nicely carved, nice and fresh, made in-house, right? Like, so you know it's not like they're not repackaging something. Mm-hmm. It's made at Pompeii. The roll itself was toasted but still soft, not like crunchy and stabby, our favorite morning show. And it was just the right amount of garlic. Because you can jack up garlic bread if it's too much. Sure. This was the perfect amount of garlic on this sandwich. So I can't recommend it more. It's right on Taylor Street, just east of Ashland, near the United Center in Little Italy. There's so many good spots right there. But Pompeii, there's almost always street parking right outside of there. If not, they've got a small lot right behind it, so you can park there. But you'll find meter parking most of the time on the street very, very easily when you're that close to Ashland for whatever reason. The further east you go, the harder it gets to find parking. But, man, Pompeii hit it out of the park with their Italian beef sandwich, which again, I never even really noticed they had.
Yeah.
But I was just so like, I don't even know what I want. Oh yeah, that looks great. And of course, they've got the Barks Red Cream Soda there.
Which is huge.
Hell yes. I love that. That is so good. So I usually get like a little bit in a cup because it's so much sugar that as a diabetic, I probably shouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
Yeah. But man, it is awesome. It was so good. So can't recommend that more. Is that one in Lombard like still there? Is like by the Home Depot out that way? Maybe it's Oak Brook.
I'm not sure.
Well, anyway, the one I'm looking at is 1531 West Taylor, right there in Chicago. Little Italy, awesome spot. I know there used to be a chain, but I think some of them may have closed. So make sure you check. But the Italian beef is just tremendous. Oof.
So we mentioned the travel that we had.
Yeah.
I had a few days in Arlington, Virginia, which was for a work conference. It was actually a great conference, but I had heard horror stories about this hotel we were at and the exact location we were because, now mind you, last year when I bring up Brett, who I work with all the time, and that we both worked with the score. Brett had been there last year for bargaining for our CBS contract and was there for 2 straight weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. So any area is going to be rough. Like you're going to hate it by the time you leave pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
Also one that's a little bit of a food desert there. So, but still, there were good meals to be had. And I'm going to go like reverse order. So starting with the maybe the best thing I ate the entire trip.
Okay.
Burnt end mac and cheese.
Is this the cast iron thing?
Oh, it is.
Okay.
That
Hell yeah.
is incredible. A boatload of burn ends. Like, look at that cast iron. That is, it looks like it's mac and cheese with, like, oh, I'll have some mac and cheese with my burn ends. As opposed to most times when you get a meat with your pasta where it's like, oh yeah, there's a little bit of meat along with your pasta. No, this was the opposite. And it was incredible. You get the crust of some of that chicken, the burnt ends, like that perfect texture that you want where it just melts. Yeah. Unreal. Like
That looks so good, dude.
And this was a spot that like one of the guys from our one of our locals in the like Milwaukee area, like in Wisconsin, was just like, hey, we hit up this place, you guys need to go. And wasn't like, hey, you know, if you're looking for something, he was like, you need to go. So the place is called Epic Smokehouse. And I'm going to look up the address right now because I am now drooling and trying to focus.
My notes are all stained.
Yeah.
From the drool that just fell on my plate.
It's 1330 South Fern Street, in Arlington, Virginia. And like that was incredible. We got the sampler that they have, which is like 3 items, which had, there it is, the burn ends, again in a cast iron.
Yeah.
Wings that had like the most crunch to them in a great way. Like just how smoked they are. So good. Couple different sauce options there. And you know I'm not like the biggest, just like give me a hunk of pork person.
You're not?
Right. I know. It's surprising, but for whatever reason, those are pulled pork egg rolls.
Oh, yeah.
And that in there is like a vinegar-based sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So like you get the vinegar, you get apple flavor with that pork, like not dry in the slightest. The crunch of the egg roll. I'm telling you, it's legit one of the best apps I've had in a long time.
The egg roll revolution needs to continue.
Yeah, it does.
Like the non-standard egg rolls. Remember when Del Frisco's would bring those Philly cheesesteak egg rolls in?
Yeah.
And boy, they would leave you as quickly as they entered you, but damn. Maybe because I had like 6 of them and you're probably only supposed to have 1.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Shep almost shat himself once at work after having those.
It had nothing to do with the food.
Yeah, and then he had the egg rolls. Coincidentally, it was just the same day.
Yeah.
But yeah, like buffalo egg rolls are a thing I've seen recently. Keep that as a vehicle.
Yes.
The egg roll wrap. I don't know what you call it. Whatever an egg roll's made of. That filled with some meat that is not egg roll stuff. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So that was incredible. I also had an old fashioned that will put some hair on your chest.
Okay.
So that is something else there. But actually it did work well because of like some of the heat and sweetness associated with the barbecue sauce or the burn ends or whatever, to then have that to kind of cut through it.
Yeah.
Also worked well. It was intense, but it tasted very good. So had a couple of those, and that was like unreal.
All right, so that's Epic Smokehouse, 1330 South Fern Street.
Yes,
it's so weird to say 1330 South Fern Street.
Yeah, exactly. I will say the thing working backwards again that we had before that, I'm a sucker for anything churro related.
You are.
How about Tres Leches churros?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds as good as it looks. And I am loading it now.
It is from the Peach Cobbler Factory. This one was 1010 Massachusetts Avenue Northwest in D.C. So we had to take an Uber for this one. But, oh, buddy, was that good. And this is a chain. There's some I believe there's some in the D.C. area. There's some in Texas as well. Like, it's obviously known for their different varieties of peach cobbler, but like I saw churro sticks and I wasn't going to say no to that.
No, of course.
So, but I mean, like cinnamon rolls too, they have a bunch there. Like I'm looking, it was dulce de leche churro sticks.
Okay.
How dare I? But like,
that's fine.
Even
too.
Just in the churro sticks, the different varietals that they have, PB&J, which is good for stupid people. Cherry churro sticks, Nutella, Oreo, dulce de leche, strawberry. That's just in those, and that's not even their main deal. Like, for one thing, you get a lot of those. Like, there's like 8 or 9 of those in there. So you are not left, wanting, like, you want more, but you are full.
That's a good amount of food, yeah.
Yes.
Is that a whipped cream dip?
Sure is.
And then what's the top left thing?
That is some chocolate.
Okay.
So, like, they give you it's one of those places where it's like minimal frills, but man, the food is legit. So, highly recommended if you are near a location, go to said location. Get like Brett and our buddy Rodney, who's out in LA, love the peach cobbler. Or whatever variety of cobbler you want to get from there. I wanted the churro sticks. I got the churro sticks. I enjoyed the churro sticks.
There is one in Merrillville, Indiana.
Oh.
So not too far. It's about a half hour from me, but I'm way southeast. But not a bad ride out. And they're open till 10 p.m., so late night hours.
Okay.
But yeah, there's one. I knew that looked familiar. I must have been
Interesting.
out that way and seen that before. So yeah.
Okay.
All right, that was good.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the locations. They're pretty well around. Like there's the Southeast has quite a few. Yeah, there's one around. It looks like St. Louis-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Might run into
one in
Roger.
Maryville. There's one in like Detroit. Like there's a few around here. So around the country. So depending on where you're listening or where you're traveling to, keep an eye out because if you want a dessert, that's a fantastic option for you.
Yeah, that sounds real good. Churros are such like they rarely miss. Even like the worst churro is still really damn good.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's a high floor item for sure. Before that, had a steak, and this was like pretty unreal. This was not one that we had to pay for ourselves. It was one of those where one of the vendors that was at this conference, we did some business with them. So this was a thank you dinner. So this was a get exactly what you want on the menu. And this was a 12-ounce ribeye.
Did you send me this one? I don't think I have this one.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, that's my bad.
That's all right. I can imagine a steak. Hold on.
Actually, yes, I did. I'm looking at our texts. But mind you, I sent you like 6 pictures. It's the one thing that actually has some green on it.
Ew.
Because there's also a steak. It's like a couple big things of asparagus, which are actually pretty decent.
Oh.
But whatever.
I will effort it.
A flavorful ribeye that was... And the cool thing about this place is called Sky Dome. It's a rotating restaurant at the top of the hotel we were at, which was like the DoubleTree in there. So this, it rotates so you can see like the Pentagon, Washington Monument, and like where all the planes land.
Oh, cool.
Too. So you get like all of that and it just moves very slowly so you can get every view.
That's called
like,
an airport,
we probably
right?
did 3 or 4 laps in the couple hours we were there.
Found it.
There it is. Like, the flavor was... I know, Russ says they call it an airport, Rick. Yes.
Yeah, where the
I
planes
know.
land.
I was trying to think of runway, and I couldn't come up with runway.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
How are you
Still.
on grilled asparagus? You an asparagus guy?
Yeah, I think compared to most green things, I am more favorable to asparagus.
Grilled asparagus is damn good.
Yeah. But like the fluffy potatoes underneath that as well, and it like soaked up some of the juices from the steak. But just like a well-seasoned, perfectly cooked ribeye was just like, man, it absolutely hit the spot when you've been and doing like airport food, also known as the place where the planes land food, or, just random like getting stuff from the Whole Foods that was in the area. That meal, especially when you don't have to pay for it yourself, was like really nice.
That's the best part. I mean, that's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have
That's
to pay
part of the
for it.
reason you do
Great.
business with some people, just so you can get a steak afterwards.
Exactly. Well, at least I'm getting a steak.
Yes. And then the last place that we went, well, it was actually the first place we went, but we're working in opposite in terms of chronological order here, was called Peruvian Brothers.
Okay.
And Peruvian Brothers, and I'll have to look up the location, was one that I was a little surprised at just how good it was, because you know me, I can be a wimp sometimes with stuff, but yeah, right. But this one was very, very good. The address, I'm doing a J, 1450 South Eade Street in Arlington. Incredibly helpful staff. I will say that, like, first and foremost, we were a party of 8 people. Because one of the nice things about this conference, this was like the conference that's meant for the broadcast portion of IBEW, which is a very small part of the greater union. So there's not much that's catered to our specific needs. Okay. Which is fine. When you get it. When like 90% of the entire union is like inside wiremen, 90% of the stuff should be catered to the inside wiremen. Like that's totally fine. But this was the one thing for us. So all of us get together and, we break bread, do all that stuff, complain about companies, all that jazz. And I had here the steak saltado, along with Brett and I shared a couple empanadas. We basically just got a beef empanada and a chicken empanada, cut them in half, and so we could try both. That is essentially like incredibly flavorful marinated steak with potatoes and onion and pepper.
Yeah, it looks good. Is that fries underneath too?
Yeah. It's like the potato. Yeah, the potato is like it's like more of a fry.
Okay.
Unreal. Like the flavor was outstanding. The fact that I was dealing with the texture of the peppers and onions to get all that flavor in there was incredible, like really authentic and everything that they had. I could not recommend the place enough. And again, like the help, help that we were able to get in terms of just getting seated was cool. It was a cool night when we were there. They literally dragged in tables and chairs from their patio to give us room on the inside so that we could be seated quickly.
Damn.
So like
that's above and beyond.
It really was. And the food was great. The drinks were great. They made sure, like, asking, okay, what is, like, what type of thing do you want? Really trying to, really trying to make everybody comfortable in what they were ordering. Because we're pretty much just, like, a bunch of white guys there and one black guy. And so we're like, probably like, who knows what they actually know in terms of what they're ordering. But, very good food. Everybody enjoyed what they had and different variety of stuff, whether it was the different varieties of empanadas that they had or the bowls or whatever else it was. Like stuff that's more catered to a mass audience, stuff that is very authentic as well. So it's kind of a choose your own adventure in that way. So for Peruvian food, there's the inside of those empanadas.
That's huge. I thought it was a burrito. I'm like, you can't be talking about this. No, if that's an empanada, holy cow.
Yeah. Exactly. You got the beef on the left, the ground beef on the left, which I actually like better than the chicken. Maybe it was because there's just more juices in general with the ground beef. So exactly. It was an absolutely great meal, and I was pleasantly surprised with the food on the trip overall because it was talked down to a little bit to me, probably because Brett had been there for 2 weeks before. So I didn't have high hopes, but they were very easily exceeded.
Nice. I had a good time in Arlington too. My cousin lived out there for a while. And I had like an afternoon there when we went out to the 2017 playoffs, Cubs and Nationals.
Yeah.
And just had like an afternoon to kill before I left. And it's cool. It's like almost everybody there is government or military.
I know, right?
Like, and so as you'd imagine, the military people are usually very good looking and fit and like, this is kind of the vibe of the area.
Yeah.
But cool. It was cool. I can't remember the name of the place I went when we went there, but it was like a breakfast place that was excellent. But yeah, it's cool. It's a cool area. And being in DC is cool. It's just, I don't know. Like when we went there, I just had a day. It was nice. Like travel with Parkins and Spiegel Spiegel and Goff at the time. Right? I don't remember what show it was. It doesn't matter. I got alone time. There was no like pressure to do stuff as a group. Like we all just kind of like did our thing. So I had like just a day to explore DC on foot by myself. Just visiting all the landmarks and just going at my own pace. Went to the Smithsonian. It was awesome. It's a cool place to visit.
Yeah. And the cherry blossoms were like pretty much peak. I kind of felt bad. So the one day that we had a little bit of time to maybe do some walking around and sightseeing, I don't know why, I was so gassed. I was like, listen, you guys go do that. I'm taking a nap.
You have to sometimes,
I needed it.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to recognize that in yourself.
Yeah. I'm old now, so, not as old as you, but I'm old.
Yes, we know. No one is as old as me. That has been established. All right. That's your Indy trip. I got your Virginia trip. I've got my Indianapolis trip coming up next. But first, you had to go that far for Fredo's, 628 South Brazil Road in Schaumburg. Go get yourself the I'm Fat Burger. Go get yourself the I'm Fat Pizza. Whatever you're looking for, they've got it. It's outstanding. And it just struck me. It's the first of the month, which means there's a new burger of the month. And I don't know what it is yet. Looking it up. Loading. Oh, dear God.
What?
The Italian beef smash burger. 2 bacon beef smash patties, scratch roasted Italian beef, provolone, hot giardiniera on a pretzel bun, served with au jus for dipping. April only. Dude.
Oh,
hell
buddy.
Yes, this is happening. We have been talking about going to Fredo's forever. It is happening. We are trying this freaking thing. Yes. And let's go on a weekend so we can get the big ass mozzarella sticks just to feel extra fat. Fredo's is great. Whatever you order there, it's going to be outstanding. Awesome desserts, awesome catering. Fredo's is the place. Go to Fredo'sPizza.com. Place your order online. Use our code I'm Fat. You'll save 10% on your order every damn time you go. We love Fredo's. Follow them on all their socials. Fredo's Pizza too, to see everything they're cooking up there. It's amazing. Oh my God, dude. That Italian beef burger.
That is the epitome of no bad words there.
Yeah, that's insane. I am very, very, very much in on that. Okay. Indianapolis.
Yes.
We went this weekend. Addie's on spring break. So she's only a sophomore, but we want to start. Yes.
I need to pause you right there.
Okay.
If you could tell her to stop growing up.
You're telling me, bro. We're going to look at colleges.
Dude, between her and then, I don't know if you saw the picture of our guy Joe Ostrowski and his son Jack today.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Also,
all these kids are growing up.
Joe, traitor.
Facts.
Yeah. Never a full-blown fat, but
Joe dipped his toes in the fat water. Never was a real, like, true fat. But boy, he has backed away.
Yeah. What a jerk. Anyway, yes, they're all growing up too fast. And that was the point of the trip was, well, she has very little free time in her life. And we've got a free weekend. So let's go to Indy and look at, we looked at Butler. We looked at IU. We looked at Ball State. Just to give her an idea, we're going to go to probably look at Western Michigan. We're going to do Wisconsin, Michigan, just kind of.
Groat you.
Yes, Testicle University.
No, it's Testicle Tech and Scroat U. Get it correct.
Oh, fair enough. My bad. So we'll see. She wants to be in kinesiology. Okay. That's what she's always wanted to do. So we went to schools that had that and enjoyed it. Anyway, the food. That's what people care about. Went to On the Rocks Mexican Kitchen, 1140 Shelby Street in Indianapolis. We had some crazy, amazing tacos. I got the steak tacos. I'm like, oh, these look good. Steak and some like onion, like fried onions on it.
Oh, yeah.
Cilantro. Like, these look really good. Kind of a higher end place, by the way, like an upscale Mexican place.
Sure.
Took a bite. Rick, they quesadilla the taco shells.
What?
Oh, yes. There was cheese. Most traditional Mexican places will give you double shells just for stability. They melted cheese between the taco shells. It was unreal. Oh, my God. It was so good. So I got the steak. Hope got the El Pastor. That's her go-to. Same deal for her. Addie loves enchiladas with verde sauce. She got hers. Loved them very much.
Nice.
This address, On the Rocks Mexican Kitchen, 1140 Shelby Street. I have one complaint. Instead of chips and salsa, they gave you chicharrones, which I like them. But if I'm going to an upscale Mexican restaurant, my expectation is I'm going to be full of chips and salsa before my food hits my plate.
Okay.
So I ate a bunch of them. But I dipped them in the salsa and it was good. But I like that as a chips and salsa and chicharrones. Yeah. Not just chicharrones. I don't know how to say it. Chicharrones? I think I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
So I want both. You know what I mean? That was kind of, or I would honestly, if I had to choose, I would pick chips and salsa.
Okay.
So that was my one complaint, but the surprise bite of oh my God, there's cheese in here.
Yeah. That's clutch.
It was awesome. So that was really, really a good food trip. We also went, and I failed to take pictures. But this, I believe, to me anyway, was the standout meal of our trip. This was on the Butler campus, which is in Indianapolis, but like suburban Indianapolis.
Okay.
Burns Grilled Pizza. BYRNES Grilled Pizza, 5615 North Illinois Street. This is very much your college town pizza place.
Okay.
Right? Like, kind of like a little kitschy, like looks older than it is.
Sure.
It's the guys running it are young. Like, so went in there. We were the only ones there because we had kind of an early lunch because we were starving from traveling. And then Addie had done a whole tour, so she was really hungry. And I just got like a sausage pizza, like an individual, and it was like paper thin, crispy, excellent. Like really, really good. And then Hope and Addie got like a almost like a focaccia crust
pizza
and shared it. And then they got a salad. whatever. But it was full of shredded cheese, which was a new thing to me.
Okay.
But really outstanding. As we were like driving home, like, man, I really want to get that pizza place again. That was so good.
Yeah.
That Burns pizza was so good. So check it out. Again, that's 5615 North Illinois Street in Indianapolis. I had no idea that Indianapolis was so like stretching that like that Butler is in Indianapolis. Like, because being at Butler University, you're not in a city at all.
Okay.
Like it's suburban. It's like suburban Indianapolis. But of the three, Ball State, Butler, and IU, I think I liked Butler the best.
Okay.
Just because I think it mixed like a good big school, good sports, but not huge. Like IU was overwhelming.
Okay.
And it was very pretty. The campus is gorgeous at IU, but man, it was just
It was a lot.
so many people, and it was hard to like navigate yourself around.
That's probably how it was. Like, I remember doing my dad one summer took me out to Ohio State, and I wanted to do a campus visit there because I was a huge nerd and wanted to do music, and I wanted to dot the I because,
Sure.
I played tuba in high school. So, I remember that campus being, it was also very weird because in Columbus, it was very stark. Here is campus. Here is not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, Columbus, not the most picturesque city outside of the campus, but the campus was absolutely gorgeous, but huge. So
I've
like
only
one of those
been
where
to-
like you gotta think about where and when your classes are, because you could screw yourself by having to go from this building to that building in a short amount of time.
The only time I've been to Columbus was for a Blue Jackets game. And we would just stay right by the arena, and then we would just drive home. So that we didn't get to see. I got to like walk outside the horseshoe.
Sure.
But this was Hope and I were well out of college, and Addie was not even like a thought yet.
Yeah.
So we were just like, oh, Columbus, cool. I found pictures, by the way, of Burns.
Okay.
So here is the one the girls ordered. This is way bigger than it looks in the picture, by the way. Like that was enough food for the
they
two of them.
always say.
And that's that thicker crust. Really, really good. And then here you could see how thin mine is in this picture.
Oh yeah.
Like it is just a flat, crackery, delicious pizza. A good, like, right level of sauce, right amount of sausage. The sausage had a good flavor, a ton of oregano, which I love, good cheese. I was really like, maybe it just hit the spot because I was so hungry.
Yeah.
But I came away really impressed with that. And Kevin in the chat says, if you go back to Butler, Jazz Kitchen is a must for craft cocktails, great food, and live jazz. Well, if Addie goes there, we will go visit her and go there. So, yeah, good stuff.
Nice. I got one more thing, and I just sent you pictures, so this is not fair to do to Jay. Full disclosure.
I'm a professional. All right?
This was a place I went to yesterday, and it's called Poppy's Pasta. And I'll say it again, and not like an idiot. Yeah, Poppy's Pasta in Villa Park. The address is 332 East St. Charles Road. For those that know where Doc Doc is,
Yes.
yeah, it's literally like if you're in Poppy's, you can see Doc Doc. You can see the rest of that strip mall where Cuppy's is, the bakery that I've brought up as well. This place, not big. There are literally 2 tables in here. So vast majority of people you need to go in thinking you're taking your food to go, or you're just ordering fresh pasta to make at home. Like they make all the types of pasta every single day. And it could
really
not
cool.
have tasted any fresher than what it was. It was unreal. Like they have options for you to just like take a meal. You could get lasagna, you could get whatever. I know that I went with Brett, and Brett got the gnocchi trio, which had a green, a white, and a red. So it had a pesto, a 4 cheese, and a vodka sauce. And like when I say that gnocchi was like that pillowy, but just that slight bit of denseness to it, but it still like kind of melts.
Yeah.
That perfect gnocchi texture that you want. It was absolutely that. I tasted one of the 4 cheese ones because the other ones were getting inhaled. That is what I got, and I kind of looked at the pasta and said, "This looks like one that I've never seen before."
Yeah, what is that called?
I have to look it up now. I have to pull it up in a chat because
that's a terrible name for pasta.
Yeah, I legit don't. I would butcher it if I tried to say it myself. But I was like, this looks like a crazy E. Let's do it. And it was radiatori with a diavola sauce. So it was like that diavola sauce, like it's got some spice. It's a little bit of a thinner red sauce with some kick to it. There's red pepper flake on there as well. That pasta really does absorb a lot of that sauce and the flavor. Just like it's if you're watching on the YouTubes, all the different pastas that clearly are just made behind the wall that they have and just put right into the case. So good, so fresh. Like you can mix and match any sauce that they have with their pastas, or you can just be like, hey, I'd like this much of the pasta to go, so that way you can then cook it at home. It's really awesome. They have like Italian sodas. They have gelato. Like they've got tiramisu. So just incredible, in a place that I'm so happy that I think Brett found it in an Instagram ad, and we will now it's going to be a frequent part of the rotation.
That's great. That looks awesome.
It like, I don't know that I've seen, like, you're literally ordering pasta while you see someone over on the side kind of set further back making more pasta. Like just, oh, what do we need right now? Oh, more of this? Okay, cool. And they just go to they're just making more of it right then and there.
Dude, that looks so good. And
it's a very
great idea
place.
For a place too.
Yeah, it's a very unassuming place. It's just in a kind of shitty looking strip mall in Villa Park. But then you go in there and it's like, oh, wow, there's not much square footage here, but what they're doing is legit.
Yeah. Oh, I will be going. I literally, as you were talking, just sent the place to Hope.
Yeah.
Like, because I know she was in like a pizza making phase.
Mm-hmm.
Or pasta making phase, I mean. And she was doing it herself. And I think now that she sees that, she might want to check it out.
Yeah. At some point when the weather gets better, consistently at least, you guys will have to come over and we'll have to use and abuse the pizza oven.
Okay.
That we got here. Yeah.
That sounds awful.
Twist the arm.
All right. I have a question for our audience. For years, someone has told me about a place, the Village something, that has great chicken tenders.
Tavern.
The Village Tavern. Where is that?
There's one in Carroll Stream. There's one in Schaumburg. There's literally one 5 minutes from my house.
Okay. That's not where I went.
Okay.
I went to the Village Inn.
Okay.
In Skokie. Met my buddy Mike out for dinner. Haven't seen him in a long time. He's actually in the chat voting for John Candy over Chris Farley. He listens to every show. Hello, Mike. But he's like, we can go to this pita pit or we can go to this Village Inn. And I looked at the Village Inn and I said, that place is old and they have pizza, so it has to be great. We are going to there. And I was right. Here is the pizza. Now, a little bit strange. Not used to Chicago places with tavern style cutting it triangularly.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, it was really good. I don't think it affected the pizza at all. It was delicious. I loved it. I loved every bite. But I was a little surprised to see a place like this, it's clearly been here forever, cutting it in triangles. It was interesting. I do prefer square cut. Yeah. I will say. But I was impressed by this pizza. Really, really good. And then we got the wings too, which were great. Just perfect, like crunchy, but also not like tough. So if you want to go to Village Inn in Skokie, 8050 Lincoln Avenue in Skokie. If you're from Skokie, you're probably yelling like, yeah, dumbass, of course. The Lincoln, the Village Inn, it's been there for 100 years. Yes. Everyone knows about it. You don't have to tell us about it. But really good, great atmosphere. They had bingo going on in there the night we were in there. So it was cool. Yeah. A million TVs, people at the bar, like a kind of a towny place.
Sure.
Very cool. Enjoyed it very much.
One other note on Poppy's that I should have mentioned because Sam and I talked about this yesterday. They do pasta making classes, and we already looked into it, so that's something that we should do too.
That's fun. We can do that together.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that especially with the amount of there were at least like 2 different types of pasta that I felt like I hadn't even seen before.
Cool.
Mind you, I'm also not the best Italian in the world. I'm also only like a quarter Italian. So
you're working on it.
Yeah.
Hey, learn how to make pasta and you've improved yourself.
Right?
All right. I've got one more thing. Okay. But we got to tell you about our friends at Nick and Ivy. Mm-hmm. Nick and Ivy Brewing out there in beautiful, historic Lockport. And if you're snickering when I say that, your ass has not been to Lockport recently because Lockport is awesome now. Totally renovated. The Main Street area is so cool. 1026 South State Street is where Nick and Ivy is, and they are the crown jewel of that area. I am telling you, it looks great. Let's see what's coming up this week. Thursday, $5 pints. That's pretty good. Saturday, live music from some guy named Ed. That's the name of the artist, literally some guy named Ed. So go check that out. They're closed Sunday for Easter, of course. And they've got a new beer release this week, Flight of the Hopsichords, a New Zealand hazy IPA 6.2 ABV. Whew. Hazy IPA packed with dank tropical fruit and white grape flavors, thanks to a combination of New Zealand hops and a specialty yeast strain that creates a super unique tropical experience. Yep, that sounds delightful. Go check that out at Nick and Ivy, nickivybrewing.com or facebook.com/Nick and Ivy Brewing. All right, I've taught you before about Uncle Bud's, my uncle and cousin's place in Oak Lawn.
We have been.
Right there. Yes, we have been. That's right. We did a live show from there. 9700 South Cicero, 97 in Cicero. You know where that is. I met my Uncle John for lunch. He wanted me to sign a couple of copies of my book for a friend, so I did that. And I ordered the trophy burger. Now, the perspective of this photo might make this burger look like a slider. This is a full-ass burger. Here's the description of the trophy burger. It is two patties, cheese curds, and bacon, lettuce, tomato, and onion, if you so choose. And then you could see it is knifed through the top with 3 cheese curds on the top. I was unhinging my jaw to eat this thing. I did the old top-down smash.
Yes.
And then tried to
Hopefully you took the knife out first.
It was a stick, not a knife.
Okay.
But the server there is very cute. And I kept being is she looking over this way when I do this? I'm going to make an ass of myself and cover myself in oil and grease.
Right.
But no, she gave me my privacy while eating the trophy burger. Thank God.
That's nice.
It was really good. I love their crinkle cut fries. They've got fish fries going on. Obviously Friday, Good Friday, they'll have the fish fry, the fish and chips rather, that are out of this world. But everything I've had at Uncle Bud's has been great. And this is the first time I've had the trophy burger, and definitely not the last. Mm-hmm. So go check that out at 97th and Cicero in Oak Lawn. That's it. That's all I got. We have one Escafat, but I'm going to save it for next time.
Okay.
Because I don't want to do just one. It feels like a waste.
That's true.
And it's evergreen.
Mm-hmm. So make sure to leave us a voicemail, 708-858-3314.
Yeah, let's step it up, guys. Come on.
Also, the fish fry. Oh, I want to mention, you mentioned fish fry. It made me think of it. At Bloomingdale Golf Club. Is that where my in-laws do catering and stuff? Yes. Does it mean that the fish fry is any worse? No. It means it's a really good fish fry that's very popular in the old Bloomingdale area. So if you're looking for a very good fish fry, that is one to hit up.
I love a fish fry.
Mm-hmm. I don't really eat fish myself, but you know.
You don't eat fish fry fish? What are you scared of?
I just don't like the taste.
It's just beer battered meat. Fish fry fish doesn't even really have a taste. It's just a vehicle for the breading. It's we got to bread something. How about this fish?
I tell you, every maybe once a year, once every, I don't know, year and a half, I will like retry fish again just to be
But you can't say I tried fish. Like fish is 100 different things.
Well,
like tuna and
Yes,
mahi and salmon, like it's all different.
Yeah.
I don't know if he froze or if he's staring me down.
Oh, did I freeze?
Oh, you're back. Okay. You froze like this. Like you were really pissed at me.
No, I wasn't pissed. It's funny because I made sure to wire into the internet, so hopefully that wouldn't happen. But
Hey, you're right. It's fine. It was like a very temporary. It was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, perfect. I don't know. I think last time I tried salmon wasn't quite for me.
Salmon is the fishiest fish.
Okay.
Like a fish fry does not taste like fish.
Yeah.
It tastes like beer batter. I'm telling you.
I'm not saying you're wrong either. It's been a while, and like I don't know. There's enough other things that I like.
No. Fried fish is great. You should try it, and then put peanut butter on it.
No. Oh, one thing I will say. I don't think I said this last episode. You know how much I love my dog?
Yes.
I did say this?
I know how much you love your dog.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
She needs medicine every morning, and you just can't just like drop it in her regular food. She has peanut butter every morning. I give her the peanut butter every morning, and I like put the pills into said peanut butter and make sure they're covered every morning. So I smell the stuff. I touch the stuff every single day.
It's so weird. You have like, it's one thing to not like it. You have like a vitriolic reaction to it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the smell.
That's crazy. So I will recommend to you, if you don't like the smell, these don't smell good either, but they're called pill pockets. They're made by the Greenies company.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are gross and smell like ass, but if you're like repulsed by if you're repulsed by peanut butter, maybe this will be an upgrade for you.
Yeah. Maybe she'll do the pill pocket better. I think we just had with the boys that we had before, they were just old enough that they were too smart for pill pockets, and we're like, no, get this out of here.
Yeah.
So I think we just moved away from it, but also like, you know, it's probably cheaper to just do the peanut butter, and it's fine. I can deal.
I'll try marshmallow fluff next time. See how that goes.
Okay. Okay. And Sam is talking down to me in the comments because I am a battered husband. We are not buying pill pockets because we can't be a big, strong man. I'm saying I am being a big, strong man. So, yeah.
She's got you on that one, buddy. Yeah, and Russ says craft singles work too. Just wrap it in cheese.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. Tie a bow on this dumbass show.
I was going to say, this went downhill real quick. And not in my favor. Follow us on all of our social media at I'mFatPod, I'mFatPod@gmail.com. Check out Spotify. If you like, you can watch us there as well as listen to us. Hey, you can do that on Apple Podcasts too now, by the way.
I think
so.
I don't know.
I've heard other podcasts promote it, so I assume it works for us too.
Yeah, let us know. I haven't checked.
We take this very seriously.
Yes, we do.
I'mFatMerch.com. Check out all of our designs. Get them on a shirt. Get them on a mug. Get them on whatever else they offer.
Get them on your shoes.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, that. But do not get the Onion Ring of Honor shirt until we get the new designs. We are so close. On this coming Monday is when voting will happen, kind of aligned with the NCAA men's basketball tournament. That is when we will be crowning the new member of the Onion Ring of Honor.
Yes.
Whoever it ends up being. Again, voting is live right now at I'mFatPod for the Elite 8 ATE to see who makes it to the Flabby 4. YouTube.com/I'mFatPodcast. Subscribe, like each video. And, you know, if you're watching us live, thank you. When you're doing work tomorrow or whatever, just open up another tab you have no intention to go to, mute it, and just let the podcast roll all day so we get those hours consumed, because consumption is great. It's a theme of this podcast, and it helps us juke the numbers. And speaking of juking numbers, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe to the regular podcast feed. Leave the old 5-star rating and review. It's been a long time since we've gotten a review. I think we're almost at a year.
Come on.
So that's not great.
Takes 2 seconds.
Right. What he said. And check out our sponsors, Mazda of Orland Park, Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, Nick and Ivy Brewing. Okay, maybe 2 minutes.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
All right, whatever you're into, man. No
If he's
judgment.
being honest.
Love you either way.
You're the worst.
Be you.
He's Jay. I'm Rick. It's the I'm Fat Podcast.
French toast, grilled cheese, and ham sandwich.